What is going on, peeps? What is going on? It's Valerie's Natural Oracles. Grand Rising, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are. And I know it's been a while. I've been in and out, but I've been busy, people. I can't tell you what I've been busy with, though, but I've been busy. So please forgive me. But I'm here and I'm willing. And this is actually recorded live. So if you're a subscriber, you have access to me. And maybe we could take it even further if that's what you want. So I'm going to get some cards out today. I have no idea what message is coming out today, but we're going to invoke spirit. So, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, thank you for your guidance, protection, assistance, guides, beloved ancestors who love us unconditionally. Please give us the message as above, so below, so within, so without. Please give us the clarity and understanding we need for the collective right now. Thank you, Spirit. No cards have dropped out, so we haven't got an initial message, but that's okay. I'm going to do the path today. I'm going to do the path and see what comes out and see if there's any messages for the collective that we need to know right now. Now, as you know, a retrograde is fast upon us. You know what happens with retrograde? Sometimes it is about ending, sometimes it is about beginning, mostly about people returning. But why? There's so much going on with all the planets, with Saturn going into Aries, from what I understand. All sorts of nonsense we've had the Chinese New Year. So we're now in the fire horse year, aren't we? Which is the number one, which is always about forward movement, isn't it, collective? So let's see if there's any messages for the collective. What do we need to know? What do we need to understand? Please give us the message. So let's get some cards out. As I said, I like to do, see, that card wanted to drop out. The Six of Swords. Somebody wants to return, or somebody wants to move forward, or come out of the drama they're in. See, this is already we've got a side note. Somebody wants to come out of their drama. What formula? No. But please forgive me, I've got a message come up on my chat already, so bear with me. Okay. So this is about forward. When you see the Six of Swords come out, like I said, this is a side note. This is a side note. It's about somebody wanting to come out of their drama and into the calm. And sometimes when I see this card, it's about somebody regretting what they did. It's almost as if for some of you, you had this person that thought drama was the way to go and didn't think calm was the place to be. Do you know what I mean? You could have been a calming influence of this person. Did they get bored? Did they want drama in their life? Did they want something, or did something catch their eye and now they want to come out of that kind of energy? No collective, but that's a side note. So we leave that to the side for the minute. But we're going to get some cards, and as you know, my spirit guides a gangster. I do not wait for cards to drop out. I pick them where I'm guided to take them, and through spirit. So we're going to take some cards out and see where we go from here. I don't know how many I'm going to take out, but let's see. Why is that message here, Spirit? Please give me the message. Five of Star. So immediately, the Five of Wands is here. Conflict. You knew I was conflicted. Who was conflicted? Let's get some more cards out and we'll see why. The Six of Cups. Ooh, why is the Six of Cups here? This is somebody, definitely talking of people that you know intimately, people, well, it's not even intimately, people that you were close through. Somebody, somebody or some people, take it how you want to take it. This is a general message. Do you know what I mean? But it looks like some people are conflicted, and it's people that you've known from your past, maybe. It could even be somebody who's like from a previous life, you know what I mean? Somebody, but sometimes it speaks of karmic, and it could be people that you've known a long time. Because usually when you see this card, it's about people that it's usually two children playing together. Somebody you've known for a long time, somebody you've known that has been there, and maybe they're not there anymore. And I was conflicted. I always come with that. Kendrick is one of my favorite artists, and it's not because he's hit the headlines lately. He's always been one of my favorites. Bear with me. I'm just adjusting my screen, so bear with me. So why are these messages here? Let's get one more card, and then we can discuss it further. The Three of Swords. You see, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Somebody's in this energy of Three of Swords. Now, you could look at it as a past, present, future, or we could give it one more card. And somebody's conflicted, somebody you've known from your past, somebody wants to come out of the drama they're in, or come out of the drama. Well, sometimes when you speak of drama, it's not necessarily what I'm saying as drama. It's of maybe you're not talking, maybe you fell out, maybe you're just not in contact as you once was. It could be that, but for some reason they're conflicted in reference to this situation. And you can look at it this way: this person is upset and conflicted that they are no longer talking to you. They're no longer talking to you, and this is why the Three of Swords is here. This is why the Three of Swords is here. I'm going to get one more card, and then we're going to actually clarify why this is all here. Let's see one more card. See the Tower moment. Ah, the Tower. The Tower's here. Do you see? Do you see? There's nobody there though. It's somebody, it's definitely talking about because things have gone so wrong in their life since you've not been there. Is that what it is? Is that collective? I don't know, but here's what we've got here so far. It's this age-old story of falling out with people. We always fall out, at some point in our lives, we fall out of people. I'm wondering if should put a light on the subject. Let's put a light on the subject. Let's see if we can get it even brighter. Does that better, collective? Yeah, that's better, isn't it? I'll put a light on it. So, here's what we've got so far. Somebody wants to come out of their drama or go to a calm situation. They no longer want to be in this drama. And the drama could simply mean that you're not talking anymore, but somebody wants to come out of that drama. They're conflicted about it. They're conflicted that they're no longer talking to you. And it could possibly be somebody that you've known in your past, somebody you've known a long time. For some of you, somebody you've known intimately. For some of you, it's just close family and friends. Okay, somebody's heartbroken about the situation now. Is it that they fall? I'm getting this strong thing of somebody's definitely upset about it. Do you know what I mean? They're definitely upset with the tower moment. But is it that some of these people fall that you would always be there and you would always run back, or vice versa? But you've set strong boundaries. Is that what it is? Have you set strong boundaries now? Which is called conflict with these people because they thought you'd always be there. Take their rubbish, take their nonsense. Do you know what I mean? What is quality collective? What is quality big up on herself? I don't know why that is there, but here's what it is, collective. Somebody doesn't want to be in this situation anymore. They want to come out of the drama now. I mean, for you, maybe it wasn't drama, it was just somebody who something that you had, a situation that you had to cut off, an environment that you had to cut off. You had to cut off even a group of people because sometimes this suggests a group of people, or it could be just somebody conflicted. Do you know what I mean? Six of Cups always speaks of people that you might have known in your past or people that were dear to you. Or it could even be somebody from a previous life that is thinking about, I need to find my soulmate. I mean, there's two stories here. Remember, this is a general read. Flip it, switch it, twitch it. Take it how you want to take it. Could be man, woman, non binary, same sex. Energy is energy. But I want to know why these are here, and then we can take it even further. So, where's the conflict here, Spirit? Please tell me about the conflict. Why is the conflict here? Thank you, Spirit. Eight of Coins. Because somebody now wants to work on this situation. But do you know what I also get from that, though? That they could be also conflicted as to how to go about this. How to go about this situation. You get what I'm giving, collective? How to go about this situation? I don't know. But I tell you, the conflict is here. The conflict is here. Somebody wants to work on this situation. Remember the dropout, which is a side note. They want to come out of the drama and into the calm. And the drama could just be simple as you're not talking. You're not talking, and they want to break that chain. They want to break that because for some of you, by cutting these people off, as once upon a time you wouldn't do, it's breaking ancestral chains, just turning your back on situations. Whereas people always thought you was going to be there for them, no matter what nonsense they came with, you was always going to be there. This time you said hell to the no, and that could have been the lesson you need to learn in this lifetime, that you are not to take the nonsense from certain people or certain situations. Why is the Six of Cups here? Tell us about the Six. Give us a deeper understanding of what the Six of Cups is all about, Spirit. Is it friends, family, environment, work, even work situations? Or is it one particular person? Please give us the message. Please tell us who this Six of Son of Coins. Ah! This is somebody who oh, this is definitely a character. This is somebody who wants to come, who definitely wants to come at the energy. This is not, this is somebody who, when you see the Son of Coins in this deck, the Son of Coins is the page of coins. Somebody who definitely wants to start again with you. Somebody that you didn't see. It's almost as if you didn't see this person as a stable influence in your life, but that's what they want to be. The beginnings of. Is it that this person is heartbroken? Is it that this person's heartbroken? Why is the heartbreak here, Spirit? So far, here's the story collective. You've got somebody who's very conflicted about not having, and for some of you, it's not having the contact. For some of you, it's just you've cut people off completely. For some of you, they did things that you just had to walk away from. It was just, I knew I was conflicted. But it's for somebody who was close to you. For some of you, it's somebody you've not even met yet that is now ready to have this journey with you. They're feeling the suddenly the loss, the sadness, the loss, the emptiness. There's two stories here for the collective. The emptiness, the sorrow, the loss. They feel something's missing. So tell us about the Three of Swords, or give us a more accurate situation, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Please give us the message. Why is the Three of Swords here? The Nine of Coins. This is you, collective. It's not about you. There's no other explanation to this. This is you in your independence, in your singledom, maybe. Or you're just doing your own thing, but this whoever's looking at you sees you for who you are now, sees you in your abundance. They see you as the person that they should have been entertaining all along. For some of you, it could be that this person has been watching you and knows that you're in your singledom, or you're just in your independence. It doesn't necessarily mean singledom, but what is coming becoming apparent here is somebody really wants to work on this situation with you, and they may come towards you as the Page of Pentacles, somebody who comes across as stable, but most of all, they want to start again in a stable situation. They don't come want to come with the wishy-washy. They don't want to come with the wishy-washy, and it's the beginnings of. Do you know what I mean? So why is the Tower moment here? Is the sadness a Tower moment to this person, or is the sadness the Tower moment is because you are not entertaining this anymore? You're just in your independence. You're just doing you, and it's almost as if you see this person with the carefree attitude. It's almost like they get the impression that you don't care about them anymore, and it's not that you just don't care. It's just that you've had enough. You're drawing the line in the sand. You're putting up your boundaries. So they can't treat you the same way. You're not the same person anymore. You get what I'm giving, collective? You're just not that person anymore. That nonsense. For some of you, it's a complete surprise to this person that it's you that is what's causing the emptiness for them. So let's get a deeper understanding of the Tower moment. Let's get a deeper understanding of the Tower moment. See the Magician. Ah! The Magician. In this deck, it's called the Alchemist, but it's the Magician. Wow. somebody has the resources to change this situation if they really want to. For the first collective, this first set of collective where you put up your boundaries, you weren't having this, you said hell to the no, and it's come as a surprise to them that they're having to use every tool in the books to actually connect with you now, or to stop this, to break the chains, to come out of the drama into the calm. Do you know what I mean? Because you're just not having it anymore. For the second collective, this could be about the new. This could be about the new situation. Is it the new? Is it the old? Or is it just that you've had? Because remember, this is a collective reading. So flip it, switch it, twitch it, take it how you want to take it. It could be man, woman, non binary, same sex. Energy is energy. Do you know, I'm into energy. I see energy. I don't see. Do you know when you get these tarot readers that are telling you about what does this person look like and they're describing this person? I don't see that. I see energy and the characteristics of that energy. And what this is giving off, first and foremost, is people will want to come out of the non-talking because they wasn't expecting this to drag on for so long. And it's almost as if they was waiting for you to connect with them, but you're not doing it this time because you're a changed person. You don't care whether you talk to these people or not again. And for some of you, even if they do approach you, you would never talk to them again, not in the same way. You wouldn't see them in the same light. You'd say hell to the no. Because there was nothing but sadness and loss to you. And some of these people are sorry that they behaved the way they did towards you. Some of them just don't care. But they're just surprised that you haven't approached them, that you haven't come forward to them, that you haven't tried to initiate anything, because once upon a time you would, and you're not doing it anymore. Because as human beings who are walking upon this earth, even if you live alone or you are never alone. You have guidance, you have protection, you have the knowledge of knowing that even when you're alone, you're not alone. Do you know what I mean? They don't like this person that you've become. They don't like this person because they can't run Roger over this person again. Do you know, sometimes you let things go. At one point, you could have let things go because of who the person was to you. Could be your child. Could be that lover that you've had for 15 years, but time doesn't change things. People use time as a thing. Like, oh, but we've been together for so long, but I've known you for all your life. But, time doesn't change who they are. And this is what you've come to for some of you, this is what you've come to recognize, but time doesn't change who they are sometimes. A leopard can't change its spots over time. Yes, time heals, but time doesn't change what they did. Because once upon a time, these people would make time go ahead and then they'd come back like nothing happened and you would accept that. But you're not accepting that anymore. When they're seeing that person, and to them it's a tower moment. It's a tower moment to them. So are they trying to pull all tricks out of the box? Get you to talk to them sometimes. Or are they trying to use every resource they can to actually get you to talk to them? For some of these people, they use flying monkeys to actually find out what's going on with you. And if you don't know what I mean by flying monkey, I mean they use other people, and pretend like it's them inquiring when it's really these people in the background that you're not talking to, that you don't want anything to do with. Do you know what I mean? Let me push this over so you can see these cards properly. I didn't realize you couldn't see them. But all of this is about coming out of the drama, coming out of their mindset to move forward with you. But will you accept this? Shall we go to the bottom of the deck? Because the bottom of the deck, Queen, and its future energies. Let's move this over so you can see them properly. So they're all in this the situation. See, remember this is the very first card that dropped out, the Six of Swords. Do these people want to come forward and appear to be in this stable situation? When you see the Magician, are they trying to use every resource they can to actually find out what your state of mind is? Is this why they're conflicted? They're conflicted because I want to work on this. Wow. Why the Magician now, though? Shall we find out? I'm just going to do one card. Because we know why, with the Three of Swords, why they're here. For some of them, they didn't want you to change. They want you to be the same docile person you was. But maybe you're here to teach them a lesson. For some of these people, they now realize that you was their karma. That you was their karma. And things are happening. It may not necessarily be happening to them, per se, but things are happening around them that is making them think, damn, honor thy mother and father, so your days shall be long. I don't know where that came from. But when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And now they want to come out of this. They want to come out of this, but some people do things that you have to burn bridges, that you have to say, well, no. And this is them trying to use every trick in the book to actually move forward. But why now? Shall we find out? I'm going to get a different deck out and find out why the Magician is here. Why the Magician, Spirit? Please tell me about the Magician. Thank you. Please tell me about the Magician. Are they going through things, Spirit? Is that what it is? And I don't want to put my mouth on it. I don't want to put my mouth on it. But why the Magician, Spirit? Please see. Look, cards. This is a side note. This is a side note. Because they want to behave like they used to always do, be running in and out of your life. Because they feel they can. But this is a side note. So I'm going to put that there. That's a side note. But let's get one card out, Spirit. Please give me the message. Please give me the message. Why? People think I shuffle weird but it's just because I've got small hands. My hands are very small. So I can't necessarily do the shuffling that some people do, but it doesn't matter. The Spirit is here to guide us. So let's get one card out for the Magician. Thank you, Spirit. Please give me the message. Why is the Magician here? See, we've got another night. Whoever these people are, when you see this knight, it's like slow and steady wins the race. But are they doing this when you see the Knight of Wands? Are they doing this to get back to the position they was? Because for me, the Knight of Wands is always going to be the community banana, the in and out energy, the hot and cold energy. So they can treat you the way that they treated you before. But may try to appear to be this slow and steady and take their time with this situation. But really? But that's a side note. And I mean, it could even mean that once upon a time, these people were treating you like you was nothing, like you was somebody on the shelf that they can come back to. They saw you as nothing but competition, but they now realize that you're not tolerating that anymore. And they've got to come in and be a stable influence this time. Because you're a changed person, you're not the same person. So they're looking at their resources and thinking, how am I going to approach this person now? How am I going to actually deal with this situation? That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's go to the bottom of the deck. Because at the bottom of the deck, Queen and its future energies. And that's what I should have done in the first place. But I was curious about the Magician, why the Magician was here with the Tower. They're very surprised that you have not approached them, as maybe once upon a time you did, or found an excuse to actually come together again, but you're just not playing those games anymore. Some of the things they did is like unforgivable. Some of these things they did was unforgivable. So we've got the Hierophant here. We've got the Hierophant here. Number 5 is the Hierophant. In this deck, it's called Pir, P-I-R. But this is the Hierophant. This is about you learning those lessons and understanding and knowing. And yes, for some of you, I'm just seeing what's at the bottom of it. For some of you, this is the Lover's card in this deck. It's definitely about people that you've known in your past. It could be about relationships. But when you see this card as well, this card is about decisions that you've made, and you've made a decision that you've learned from this situation. You're moving on from this kind of karmic situation. Do you know? And if they do approach you, they do. If they don't, they don't. But it's for you to make the decision as to what you're going to do. Did you learn from the lesson? Did you learn from this karmic lesson or not? Did you learn from this karmic lesson or not? Because they're now realizing who you really are. Against this, the 9 of coins, but you see this? This is you in the future. When I go to the bottom of the deck, I'm the bottom of the deck. And it's future energies, and this is you, the King of Pentacles. Very quiet, very assuming, very stable, very understated, quiet with your energy, but you are the stable influence. You are the one that you pretend like you ain't got nothing. For some of you, you pretend like you ain't got nothing, but you could be the breadwinner in all of this. When I say breadwinner, I mean you could have money, but you're very unassuming and very reserved and um, very, what's the word? Very unassuming. Because you don't want to attract attention to yourself, but really, you command so much. You are so stable. You are so reliable. But people didn't really see that in you. They saw somebody to take advantage of because of who you was, because of your stability. For some of you, the love situations, that's the 2 6s a clash. For some of you, you could have been that power couple, that power partnership. For some of you, you didn't realize what and when I see the conflict with a group of situations, some people don't realize that working together is the best thing to do to actually create generational wealth, to actually create. But you can't do that with people that you don't trust. And there's the conflict. You can't do that with people you don't trust. If you can trust who you're dealing with, you can build generational wealth. For example, I'd love to be able to say, oh, me and my children, me and my, even people that you can trust around you, close friends, close family, come club together and buy a house and put somebody in it to look after it. And from that, you could use the equity from that house to buy the next house. To everybody has houses, everybody has generational wealth. And then from there, you build on that. You build on that. But you can only do that with people you trust. You can only do that with people that, you know, are as stable influences and knows that they're not going to take advantage of the situation. Because you very well could be that person that could help start this actual generational wealth. But some people are all about the take, take, take and don't realize there's a future to be had. So I say all that because now I say what I say because we've got the 5 of coins here. Regret. Regret. Do you know? But if they would just look behind them and see the money behind them, do you know, in the normal road away, it would be a little church with a light. And little Timmy on his crutches, not thinking to look behind them to see that there's you need to come out of this. That there is a way out. For some of you, it's a way out. And stop thinking about yourself and being this logical person. Because it would create a happy situation. This is one of the happiest cards in the deck. This could be the family situation where we're all clubbing together and creating this generational wealth. And you could have been the steward for that. But all some people see is pound signs and thinking about themselves and not thinking about the next generation, not thinking about, you know, creating generational wealth, creating wealth for everybody and not for just the one, but for the many. That's one story. Another story here is that somebody thought they could take advantage of somebody, but somebody stood up for themselves and said, enough is enough. I'm not doing this anymore. I always say this, I'm a Virgo. Yes, I'm a Virgo. But I'm going to say this for a lot of women, there's going to come a time when you just switch off and say, enough is enough. I'm not doing this anymore. Could have created generational wealth, could have worked together, could have been that power couple. And this is what the Six of Coins is about, being the power equilibrium, being a power couple. This is the power couple card or the power situation. Balance, equilibrium. And yes, you're not going to get on with everybody, but it's not about getting on with everybody. It's about clubbing together and being that family to create the generational wealth, or being that husband and wife situation, or being that girlfriend and boyfriend situation where you can create generational wealth, But if you cannot be trusted and if you're going to be the take person, which you can clearly see in certain people, if you are energetically tuned in, you can see it that no matter what you did, no matter what you said, what you did, what they portrayed, that they're going to betray you. They're going to be, they're going to be that person because they're greedy and not thinking about generational wealth. They're thinking about themselves. And this is what this is about. This is about somebody being conflicted now, thinking, and maybe getting older and had time go past and gotten wiser and realized that, in order to create these certain things, you need certain hierarchies in a situation, you need certain energy in situations to be able to create this. No man is an island. No man is an island. No man is an island. No man stands alone. And particularly with, and I'm going to say it, particularly with black families, particularly West Indian families, they all think about themselves. It's just pure greed. Okay, and some of it is, and I'm going to say this as well. Some of it is born from what we've been through from past generations, that we've had to stand alone, that we've had to fend for ourselves because of what we've been through. But if you notice with different ethnicities, for example, Indian people, they will come to England. 10 families could be in the one house, but it's not going to be like that forever because they will throw what we call partners. They will actually club together and buy one house outright and then take the equity of that house and buy another house and pay off that house. And then it will be generationals, that it would be like until every family has their own house. And then they will come together and start buying businesses together and club together and do those businesses. And I'm making it sound simple, but I know of, because one of my best friends is Indian, and I know these things go on. Just like Chinese, when they go as immigrants to other countries, they will club together because they know the being together is where the power is. But because of what we've been through in past generations, what we've been through and had to endure because of the brokenness of our, especially West Indian, our societies, we don't think the same. We don't think the same. A lot of it is about survival, survival of the fittest. No, not knowing that clubbing together and doing things together and being together will create generational wealth, even from point zero. And likewise, the alpha and omega, the woman and the man, the action, the intuition. One is going to be the intuition, one is going to be the action. If you put those two together, there ain't nothing that you can't create together. But what if you could do that in a network? That's crazy. I'm gonna stop talking now. That's craziness. But I'm just saying this is what is brought about with this. That people are now conflicted because rather than making that person or people feel left out, these people are used to being by themselves, so it doesn't matter to them. Do you know what I mean? But if they was to work together, it would make such a big difference. And or if they put their love in, because it all boils down to love. There's two things that spirit has given us in this life: unconditional love and free will. Yes, we can have unconditional love, but free will also has a play in this situation. But what if you directed your free will in the right place and put grievances aside and understood and learned that you can do something about learning about what those grievances are and really get into the deep of what is the problem? There ain't nothing that can't be solved. There ain't nothing that can't be solved if you want it to. So let's see what Spirit has to say about this situation. Let me get one card out because I'm not called Valerie's Natural Oracle for no reason. So today I've got out the Divine Abundance, okay, Oracle cards, and I'm going to get one or two cards out to this and see why this whole message is here. What further messages, or what further messages Spirit has for us. Let's get these out of the way. So already outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachment. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. You see what I mean? Divine openness. Sometimes we've got to put ourselves aside for the greater good. Sometimes we've got to put our grievances aside for the greater good and not understand. See, this is another side note. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you see what I'm getting? You get what I'm giving, collective? This is what sometimes a magician is about. You come to a sacred crossroad in your own evolution. This is about learning, it's about change. Did you learn on your side of the camp collective that, in order for change, you have to evolve? And in order to evolve, sometimes it means stepping away from certain situations and let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be, let it be. Shut up, Val. Let's get one more card for the collective because everything. See again that the actual title of this whole deck is the Divine Abundance. You are born to align with love's will, follow the tail, and serve something beyond the ego. This is the whole thing I'll be saying. This is all because at the end of the day, this is people in their ego thinking that they can get one over on somebody, not realizing that they're doing themselves a disservice by doing what they're doing. You get what I'm giving? And serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance and not chase it. You do not chase, you attract. But sometimes in order to do that, you need to do that in groups, in class, in a group setting. I'm certainly looking towards creating generational wealth. Are you, the collective? Because this is about, it's a general reading. So it could be a group of people that are just so disjointed for their own selfish reasons. Or it could be about a one person that's been in your past that realizes who you really are to them now in the sense that you could have been generational wealth. You could have been a power couple together. And maybe certainly once upon a time you yourself was in a power couple situation that there weren't nothing you couldn't achieve if you did it together. But ego gets in the way, pride gets in the way, all sorts of nonsense gets in the way, other people get in the way. So, or just sheer greed and thinking that you could obtain that greed elsewhere, obtain what you want to obtain elsewhere, not realizing that, abundance was sitting in front of you. Abundance has been sitting in front of you the whole time. So I'm going to leave that there, collective. That was crazy. I'm going to leave that there. I just thought I've been a naughty girl. I've not been around for a while, so I thought let me just do a reading that you could be going on with. And I don't know. YouTube have changed the way they do things. I don't know if this is going to stay on there or if it's going to take 24 hours to process, but I'm here. So if you would like a reading, please go to the link in my bio. Or alternatively, please join me over on Patreon. I'm tending to be more over there than anywhere else. Join me over there. It's to you can be a free member. You can join for free. And most of my stuff that I do goes over there first, and then YouTube. YouTube and Patreon is first. Sometimes I appear on TikTok, but I'm getting more and more inclined not to because TikTok is not where it's at for me a lot of the time. And there was a reason why I disappeared in the first place, and so TikTok is not really what's doing it for me. But I'm always here on YouTube, even if I disappear and you don't see my face. Like today, I just didn't feel like showing it because I'm in my winter. I'm in my because it's freezing where I live. So I thought I'm gonna, sort my life out. I'm in the middle of I'm beginning to wash my hair. I've got pre poo in my hair at the moment, so I'm just gonna go wash it because Sunday is my hair wash days. But I just felt the need to actually go and do this. For some reason, Spirit has a message for somebody and they need to hear it. And sometimes it's just as simple as understanding and knowing that no man is an island. No man is an island. So until next time, collective, you take care. Okay.